So we're kind of excited, like they're going to release the manifesto, and then it's like, wait, no, they're going to release it to the FBI first, and they're going to have their expert psychologist look at it first.
So that's like Kevin McCarthy giving the J6 unreleased footage to Tucker Carlson and then letting Rupert Murdoch silence him. Gatekeepers holding this information up. I mean, we need to know the extent to which these groups are becoming radicalized. I think it's very important. It is supposed to be released, but following the review, now it's hung up.
Yeah, exactly. So after they review it, and then will they decide? The FBI's been known to sit on things for years. They sat on the Hunter laptop for a couple of years. So the only reason.
Oh, you mean that thing that had all the clear earmarks of Russian disinformation?
Yeah, something like that. No, they still hide that. They would have hidden that thing forever. Who knows what else they've got? So the only way they might be sharing this is if just because the public is aware of it, and maybe somebody sends out a Freedom of Information Act, maybe we'll get some of it someday. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. I mean, and people deserve to know the truth and what was going through this person's mind, whether they like it or not. But it could be embarrassing for the administration if it turns out that, hey, they're reading they're watching MSNBC, or they're hearing it off of, Media Matters or the Daily Beast or, Raw Story, and it's radical garbage from Daily Kos or any of these publications that are trying to convince everybody that the country's full of white supremacists, and Trump is the devil or what have you, and he's got to be purged, and they're the real Americans, and it's their duty to resist against us. So it's been divide and conquer, and it's gone too far, and it's been pushed to violence. And now we've got, these radicalized people and domestic terrorists and Antifa and BLM. There's some bad actors in a lot of these groups, and we don't want to see this continue. So what really happened? Is it just mental illness, radicalization, chemicals? It could have been a lot of things. But we'll never know until we get to see the manifesto for ourselves.
Do you think there's a benefit to society, or do you see any potential upside to holding this stuff back? I mean, the question is, how radicalized has this movement become, and how concerned should people be as a day of, what's it called? A day of rage,
vengeance.
A day of vengeance.
Yep. Revenge and retaliation against their oppressors. Yes.
Well, the FBI can, and if they do, it's not going to be right away. It'll be probably like 8-9 months later, because it's sensitive information. I mean, it's evidence. And but to be honest, I don't think they will. And personally, I don't think they should, because it's just going to probably inspire somebody who's not there thinking in a healthy in a healthy state of mind, and it might inspire them to go and do the same thing. If we did see it, it's going to be a whole thing about no action, no peace, and we don't need that out there. We don't need copycats. So I hope they don't, and they probably won't, because it's evidence.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good news here, and putting Jocelyn's quote up here: transgender Nashville school shooters manifesto to be released following an FBI rewrite. A little bit of satire there, something you could see ripped from the headlines of the Babylon Bee. I don't see the intent. I don't see the benefit to society for keeping that information hidden. I think we need to understand just how big of a threat this radicalized movement has become. I think it could inspire. I'm not worried about it inspiring crazy demons to act like crazy demons like we saw in Nashville. I think what it might do is it might encourage more people to look at what's going on in a more clear perspective. I think more people need to be aware of the rage that people are holding and harboring inside of their hearts for them for existing.